In today's video, we're going to be making some bee Christmas cards in July. Hi, I'm Stacy and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy and are inspired to create. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to start coloring up this cute little image. This is a stamp set from Hobby Art and it's called Hap-B Christmas. Don't worry, all of the products I used I show at the end. This card, or this video, I had started and recorded and did a bunch of mixed media and accidentally deleted it. So I had to recolor an image, or I had to color this image, and so I'm going to be sharing this image being colored, and then the other card that you saw will be at the end, and I'll show them more in detail. And I'm just, I'm coloring with my Copics. You could color with pencils, and you could color with watercolors. Just make sure you use the right ink and paper. And I'm working from my darkest to lightest. This was done on Express It blending cardstock and stamped with Memento black ink because it is alcohol marker friendly. And I also take some Prismacolor pencils in for just a couple of them to shade at the end, and I show those later on. I thought these bees were really cute. The stamp set insinuates that they've been partying, so like it has a image for honey wine and then a drink. And some of the smaller bees in this set, their eyes are kind of like, I don't know, like they are drunk or on their honey, or they're like all, their pupils are, what do they call it, cockeyed? They're like cross-eyed. So I rolled with that, and that's where you've seen the opening image. And so this, there's a lot of people participating in Christmas in July. So I know that Sybil Shepard, I'll link her information down below. She's doing a Christmas in July, and I think she's doing giveaways. You have to use a certain hashtag in your videos, and I'm not sure what all the rules are. I watched her video, and to be honest, I don't remember because it was a few days ago, and I've been all over the place. I've been trying to craft. I've got more stuff for you guys coming too, and I'm working on a couple other videos that I'm already editing. I just have to finish editing them and do the voiceovers. And then when I'm going in with these bees, because I want to talk about the coloring, I had taken in a purple color with the yellows because it is the complementary color. So what it does is it turns kind of brown, but it does it in a different undertone. Like it has a different feel to it and dimension than if I just took a different YR marker in there, or brown, like an earth tone marker. So I like using the violets as to shade over to undercoat with. And the same with the hats. I purposely took a green because that's red's complementary color, and then it adds a different hue. It's try it, try it. But you can also do that with colored pencils or any other your markers, or just do them one solid color. But yeah, these bees were a lot of fun to color. The little chubby bees that were in the other card were a lot of fun too. That one was a lot of fun, and I had it all on video for that image colored, and my dumb head deleted it because I needed space on my phone, and I thought I had already transferred it to my external storage, but I didn't. My husband and son were cracking up, and they were like apologetic, like, oh, we're sorry, they felt bad. But then I just started laughing, and they're like, it happens. So if you've done it before, it happens, and it kind of is a bummer. And when you're really trying to put content on YouTube, because you put a lot of work goes into these videos and editing, and yeah. Anywho, so you're going to see me color up these hats. Now, I could have left them like they were, or I went back in with my C1 marker and I colored them completely, because I'm going to go back in with a white gel pen And in order to have that show up on white cardstock, you have to have some sort of base underneath it. Like, it can't be white, otherwise it won't show. So that was purpose. But if you didn't want to do that, you could leave it like I had it prior to going in at the very end with that C1, because white should have some sort of shading to it to give it dimension. And here are the different pencils I used. Every other pencil is a Prismacolor Premier pencil except for this Derwent purple. And it's because I like this color purple versus some of the other purples in my Prismacolor set. So yeah. It feels weird to be creating Christmas in July, and I did it last year, but it's kind of nice because it gives you a jump start so that you're not busy during the holiday season making cards. And also these bees are kind of fitting because it's triple digits where I'm at right now, and so it felt kind of fitting because it wasn't like a snowy scene. They're bumblebees, and they're a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. I want to color up some more with these guys and try some different things. And yeah, when I saw this set on Crafty Bean, Tina's channel, I knew I had to have it, and I'm so glad I got it. Thank you, Tina. They're cute. And this stamp company, what's neat is, like, you know, when our carrier sheets that stamps come on, they're like printed and the stamps are on the back of it. Well, these are like that, but the carrier sheet is clearer. It's a clear piece of acetate. So there's this third piece of acetate in the stamp set that doesn't have the stamps on the back. So you could take these and put them on a copier and run it through it and make a copy of them. That way you could use them in different ways. And then you wouldn't have the residue on the back or have to pull all the stamps off. And notice that all the stamp sets from this company are like that. It was interesting because I had never seen that before, which is really cool. So here's where I'm going back in with a white gel pen. And I believe this is an 8. So these Jelly Roll gel pens come in different sizes. So I'm going in with an 8 because I want the finer little hairs of the fur, and then I'm going to go back in with a 10. And the key is to work in the direction and layer it up. Like, I didn't go through and just go one direction. I kind of worked around because the fur would lay that way naturally. And I think this is where I'm going in with the size 10. And I wanted to cover up some more of those black lines so that it looked truly furry instead of having them peek through, and the 10's heavier. What I'm showing you is some of the product I used, and I cut out that honeycomb background from a Stampin' Up set, the little cup which it's supposed to be like a Coke cup, like a Coca-Cola cup, but as you can see, I'm using it for beer or honey beer. What is the Harry Potter? Is it butter beer or something like that? I don't know. But that's what I went with, and I took some white P.H. Martin bleed proof ink, and splattered that so it looks like the carbonated bubbles in there. And then I decided I wanted to take some ink and put it around the outside to give it some dimension, even though it's going behind some vellum. And this die set actually came with some bubbles, and so I'm spacing them out on there, and I'm putting down vellum, and then I had some white glitter cardstock, but just use white. I just didn't want to cut out more because the glitter doesn't show through. But if you wanted to put them on the outside of the cup, you could. But I'm putting them on the actual, what that would be the fluid in the cup, the drink, and then the vellum will go on top to act as the glass. So I'm just attaching those. I need something also to attach that vellum to. And that white cardstock allows me to put glue on it and not have it peek through. I think if I'd put it, because I'd put the vellum pieces down, the little bubbles, with glue, which shows through vellum, but it won't in the end with the vellum on top. But if I'd put it on top of those bubbles and then put the top layer of vellum, it probably would have. And it's enough to hold the vellum down in place. And then when I go in with the sentiment, with the letters that I put in later, that anchored that vellum down as well with the bees. So you have to get creative with your adhesive sometimes with vellum. Or you could put adhesive all over the back and then adhere it. But I don't think it has the same beauty. Now here's the different products that I used. When you put adhesive all over the back of vellum and then adhere it, it kind of darkens it. So I like it lighter. I like it to diffuse whatever's behind it. And I think when you put adhesive all over the back, sometimes it takes away from that effect. What's this one? I didn't see. Is that the Hero Art set? I just used one of the sentiments and masked off. It's like, 'tis the season to be jolly, or whatever it said. I masked off the end and I just had 'tis the season. And there's that die set I used for the mug, some enamel dots. This Tim Holtz Stretch Alpha die set, I love it. It allows you to not take up your entire card front, you know, because they're tall and stretched out, but they're narrow, so you can actually spell out words. Sometimes that's difficult with alpha dies. And then I just used that cover plate that comes with the Stampin' Up set. And then I believe I bring in a background that I created. The Mary, I used the Mary die out of that set. And there's Distress Oxide spray that I used on this background here. And I had filmed all this, guys, but I lost the footage. Like I said, I accidentally deleted it. So this was the first card I made. And there is some texture paste, some Distress texture paste that I put through a stencil that I sprayed over the top with those Distress sprays. And then I just fussy cut it and took a marker that matched the background and colored in the fussy cut edge. But this one I left white because of the hexagon background, the little beehive there. See, 'tis the season to be, and I used a white gel pen to put the dots, and then I put buzzed. I thought it was cute. I have some people or someone in mind that I want to send that to, but I might make another for another person I have in mind. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.